And welcome back. This is your man Warrior, and I'm about to head off to work, but I know that the light side GOTB is about to launch, and a lot of people need help with KAM. Now, over the last almost year, have been helping a couple of guilds get their KAM shards as well as my own. And there's not a lot to it, but there is some specific modding requirements that you need to know about. I try to keep the modding as simple as possible with only a couple, 2 or 3 things to hit to make it as easy as possible. This team does benefit from higher relic levels as it helps ease the modding requirements for most of the mod requirements that you'll have. Now, I'm going to do 3 things. 1, I'm going to go through the mods so you can kind of see what I expect if somebody's going to come to the table and wants to do a run with me. 2, I'm going to go over the game plan step by step, actually totally and completely tearing down a run so you can understand the why behind all of the attacks. This is ideally going to be a video you can share with your guild or anyone going for KAM that you know of, so they can study and learn and understand the mechanics behind the mission so they can do the mission successfully on their own. Now, the third thing is I'll leave multiple examples at the end so you can watch some alternating runs to see how it kind of mixes up. There is in this run more than one way to skin a cat, so to speak. So if you're watching my video, you see these successful runs and you say, I would have done this or I would have done that, do it. You are more than welcome to run it the way you like. I just have a methodology that I use that actually works, and it works very consistently. Normally when we have a failure, there's 1 or 2 things that happened. 1, the mod requirements were not met. They're much lower than they should be. Or 2, on a rare occasion, you do just get terrible RNG, but the modding can almost always work out that terrible RNG. The better your mods, the less likely the RNG is going to play a factor. Now let's go ahead and get into modding. Now the first one is going to be Shock T. You're going to put a speed set and a health set on her. Ideally, you're going to get her somewhere between 85,000 and 100,000 health, ideally. You're also going to want to use a crit avoidance arrow to make sure that when the Reek tries to hit her, he's unsuccessful. So you can see he has a crit avoidance arrow on here. And then you'll have your speed set, health set, and you want to do health primaries on her. And then you want to get her speed somewhere between 300 and 330. You can actually make her too fast. And if you have her too fast, you probably don't have crit avoidance. Now, number 2 is going to be Echo. For Echo, you're going to want at least 65,000 health. Anything over 65,000 health will ensure a successful run. Anything less than that, and he is going to be vulnerable. Now, if he's under 65,000 health, you can still win. You will just have to really focus on managing your heals to make sure he stays alive. Because Echo does special damage with his bomb, and that's the most important, we're going to skip past physical and we're going to focus on special damage. You can see he has his at 10,800. Your goal is a minimum of 10,000 up to 12,000. You'll notice right here, his critical chance is at 24%. We want that at least at 30%, anything over 30%, and you'll get more consistency with his crit. So his thing will be crit damage set with health sets with a crit damage triangle and health primaries and or offense primaries. Really, your idea is to get 65,000+ health and to get 10 to 12,000 offense, keeping in mind that when he throws the bomb, you really want it to crit, so you want at least 30% crit chance. Now, with Echo, you don't have to worry about speed like I mentioned, but the slower he is, the more damage you'll need to put on him. And the faster he is, the less damage you'll need and can get away with. The reason for this is the faster he is, the more turns he takes, and the slower he is, the less turns he takes, obviously. So if he's going to take less turns, you want him to hit harder. Now, you possibly will have him assisting a lot. That's the idea. That's the goal of this, is to have him constantly involved in assists. But if he doesn't get the ability to assist, he needs to be able to stand alone and do a lot of damage. So don't rely on the assists. I would not go in with 8,000 or 9,000 offense with him, as it's not ideal, and there's more than likely going to be a failure on the run. For Rex, there's only 2 things you need to worry about. So he's one of the easiest to mod, and that is speed. He's already really pretty fast, and you want health. So you're going to do a speed set, health set with health primaries, ideally, so you can get his health somewhere between 65,000 and 80,000. The speed requirements for him should be somewhere between a minimum of 300 speed to 330 speed. Again, you can vary this and you can even miss the goal. You can see he's at 74,000, so he's right in that 65 to 80,000 range. Ideally, it used to be 65K, but now I recommend a little bit more, so he sticks around a little longer. And then his speed somewhere between 300 and 330. 5s is also one of the easier ones to mod. You're going to do all health sets with health primaries. The idea with him is simply that he be very, very tanky on health. Now, you may notice a trend. Everything is about health. There's no protection. And in fact, none of these characters would you want protection primaries on them, even if they have solid, speed, or if they have solid offense secondaries. You don't want the protection primaries. The reason for that is Reek tramples, and you actually need trample on your characters to attack and kill Django. And so trample actually helps you, but it takes 50% of your protection down and a negative 10% defense. Now, we'll ignore the defense portion of it. It's not that big a deal, but negative 50% protection. And when he applies it, he does a trample, which means that he hits everybody with that hit, that mayhem hit. And that means that he's going to do damage and reduce your protection by 50%. So protection really almost immediately goes away with these teams. And so it's very important that you focus on the highest health pool that you can. With him, your goal for health pool is going to be 100,000 to 120,000. And his speed doesn't have to be very fast. Your goal is somewhere between 220 and 240. You can see he's well over that with a plus 107. That's almost more speed than you need, but his health is ideal at 120. You want at least 100,000 again. A side note on 5s is he does also share his offense to the rest of the team. It's not something you have to focus on, but if it's something that you can add while you're adding them, if you look for offense secondaries or offense percent secondaries, you could always make sure that you pick the health with health primaries that have some offense. And the reason for that is when he sacrifices, he will share the offense to the team. Now, Arc Trooper is the second damage dealer of the team. I would say Echo is your number one most important. And if you're going to neglect one for the other, then I would choose to neglect Arc over Echo. However, I've modded mine, and this gentleman has modded his differently with strategy. The reason for that is you want Echo to crit, at least have 30% crit chance, but he does special damage. So we're going to focus on crit damage and the crit damage triangle that makes the most bang for your buck when he throws the bomb. I've seen the bomb kill do over 100,000 damage pretty easily. And so the idea there is also to not have them needing the same mod type. So if you're building mod loadouts for these characters, you're not trying to have a conflicting pattern. So we chose to go with offense and health sets for this gentleman. He's going to do physical damage, which means he's going to crit easier because his crit chance will be naturally higher. Ideally, his health will be somewhere north of 80,000, between 80,000 and 95,000. You want him healthy. And his speed is going to be somewhere between 270 and 300 speed. Ideally, the faster, the better. Again, if he's a little bit slower, he need to have more offense. If he's a little bit faster, you can have less offense. But if you have great mods, you can actually make him fast, 280 plus, and still hit insanely high offense requirements, especially if you're using offense mods with offense primaries. You can see he's got this character at almost 12,000 offense. And again, for him, we're going to look at physical offense. For Echo, you're going to look at special offense. And you want it somewhere between 10 to 12,000 damage. The placement only matters with Shakti, that she's the leader. Don't accidentally put a a stronger character in the lead, that would totally sabotage it. I've seen it accidentally done before. Make sure Shock T is in the lead, and also make sure you don't use Shock T in other missions. Now the game's really smart and will warn you, hey, you need Shock T for this mission. Are you sure you want to do that? Make sure you're listening to the warnings that they give you. Shock T's the leader. Now, what I suggest for how you place them in here is consistency. Whatever you decide, do it the same every time. The reason for this is every run, you'll consistently start to memorize who you're targeting and which location you're targeting, and you want to make sure that it's consistent. So you can place the next 4 in any way, just make sure that you place them consistently the same so your brain can memorize the pattern that is going on. What I like is because I learned this way, it's not the right way, it's just a way, is to have your damage dealers to the left, so your mind's thinking about the damage dealers and how you're managing them, and then the non-essential characters to the right. That's Rex and Fives. Rex and Fives will both probably eventually die. On this particular run, Rex doesn't die, but sometimes he does because he's a lighter health character. So my more expendable characters are to the right. My less expendable characters are to the left. So what I do is I have everyone that does the run with me place Echo, Rex, Fives, and then Arc. This will put your damage dealers to the left and your non-damage dealers to the right. It just helps me with my logical process when I do this. Every single time it's the same. And I know when I say, go ahead and cleanse Echo to the left, it's always going to be to the left of Shock T, or clear, stand your ground on Fives, who's to the right of Shock T. He's always to the right of Shock T. It gives consistency for runs, and that's all. But you can place them however you see fit. Now we're going to deconstruct a run. This is a very successful run, and you got to see this individual's mods that he used. We recorded this. We did do audio, but unfortunately it did not record the audio, so I'm going to revoice over what we should be doing, or what we did do and why. I want you to understand the kill order. I want you to understand decision making so you can make decisions on the fly when you need to. And I also want you to understand why individuals would be cleansed or not cleansed during the battle. So Django took a turn, and that caused the Reek to go. That's because every time the Reek is damaged, he gets 3% turn meter and 1 speed. So every time you hit him, he's going to get faster and faster and faster. And near the end, his damage ramps up with Trampled, and so he can actually do hits for 100 grand, killing anyone with a single shot. So we don't want to make him fast, and we want to kind of ignore him with anybody that's not going to do a massive amount of damage. So Shock T, Fives, and Rex, those 3 to the right, you're going to ignore the Reek for the entire battle until it's just the Reek, and then you'll have no choice. To the left, we're going to have the B2s and Django. And the B2s you need to take out first, because they're going to constantly strip away all your bonuses and all of your positive effects. And so you're going to want to take them down. They go pretty quickly, so you want to kill them first, and then we'll focus on Django while we take little pop shots at the Reek. The idea is once Django dies, your Reek should be at or below 100% health with no protection left. This allows for when you have to take a mad dash run at him with all your characters, you will speed him up, but you will also do tons of damage, and he's already 50% there. So this is what we would call a standard opening. It's something you want to see, which is where he pops the Reek takes a turn, he puts Trampled on all your characters. That's a good thing. For now, especially your damage dealers, and then the B2s each take their AoE turn. Now, pay attention to the top right where it says Reek. You can see he only has 2 abilities. The first ability is his basic, which is going to just do a basic hit and add Trampled to a character. The basic hit does ramp with offense based on how many Trampleds the individual character has. And then he has the second ability, the Mayhem ability, which is an AoE. He just used it, and he can use it again in 7 turns. So now we're here, and you're probably thinking, oh, I've got a bunch of negative status effects. I should use Form Up, the middle ability to cleanse. None of these abilities actually do damage to your characters, such as burn, so I would not use Form Up in this situation. If you had something that dealt damage to your characters, anything that deals damage to your characters, you want to remove it. So I would use form up if Django would have started with a burn, and that is not uncommon. You will see that. The burn will subsequently damage you, so I would do form up. But in this situation, I would simply do a basic to remove stacks off of the B2 because we want to kill the B2 so we can get to cleansing everyone and get some offense up and kill these guys. So in this situation, they're going to do a basic. There he goes. Now, the next person about to take a turn is Echo. So we're going to put the turret second ability on Echo, and you'll get a couple stacks off because you'll actually get the shot, the big hit, we call it. And you're also going to get the turret assist because he has the turret over his head. So we're going to take a couple stacks off, getting him down from 6 to 4 by putting that turret on whoever has the most turn meter between your damage dealers. Now, later, we're going to move the turret to Rex, and I'll explain why we moved the turret to Rex so you understand that. But for now, Echo's a damage dealer. He's about to take a turn, and we want to down these B2s as fast as possible. There's the 2 stacks. Now, as soon as it becomes Shaak Ti's turn, you're going to want to do the 4th ability, which is called Stand Your Ground, on herself for a bunch of reasons. First is, while we're taking the B2s down, if she does not have trampled, she can gain bonus turn meter. If she's trampled, she cannot. When they do their AoE, she'll gain a bonus turn when everyone is hit with that. If she's trampled, she will not. And we want her to get these bonus turns. The second is we want to keep her around longer. So we're going to selfishly use this on herself to help take that trampled off. Now, she won't be able to do damage to the Reek, but we don't care about that, or to Django. But we don't care about that for now because what we're trying to do right now is take the stacks of B2s down. So what we could do on here is we'll do Stand Your Ground on herself, and then she'll take a turn also to take a stack off. Now we can throw the bomb. The AoE always does more damage. It will take some protection off of the Reek. It will take a stack off of each of the B2s. It won't hurt Django, and that's fine. But the goal here is to get the turret assist and the bomb, which will take 2 stacks off of that B2. Now, did you notice that? He retaliated with an AoE, and Shaak Ti got 100% turn meter, and she gets to immediately take another turn. Had she had trampled, she wouldn't have been able to do that. So that is why we take her and make her priority first, so we can get these B2s gone. Now, you can fight the top B2 or the bottom B2. You can choose. But again, just like I do consistently the layout of my characters when I battle, I also consistently methodically kill the same way. So we're going to do a basic because it's going to go ahead and just get rid of this B2, and we can focus on the top B2. Now we only have one B2 to worry about, so we're going to go up to it. We're going to do the second ability because we can call an assist, and we're going to use Shaak Ti because now she can be called to assist because she does not have trampled. This will remove 2 stacks off of him. Now, you may be concerned at times if you don't have buff immunity on him that he'll put taunt up. A taunt would actually help Echo do more damage, but it doesn't matter anyway because the Reek ignores taunt anyway, so he'll hit who he wants to hit regardless of whether there's taunt or not. Now, that just caused the sacrifice. What happened was it was a direct hit from the Reek, which did a lot of damage, and then a followed up burn by Jango Fett. And because of that, it killed Rex, but then the sacrifice took place. The thing about sacrifice is you really only want it to happen when you have less than 3 stacks of trampled. Now, Fives died with 2 stacks. He had 1 stack on him, and then he just got hit. Actually, he had 1 stack on him, and he got burned and then sacrificed. So he only had 1 stack. The 1 stack is ideal to have 1 or none. If you have 2, it's okay, but any more than 3, and it's going to negatively affect your run. Now, remember what I said earlier. Do we want to form up or do a basic? There is burned on your character. Every time you take a turn, you'll have damage subsequently done to your character. Now, the B2 has his AoE available, so the thought is if you cleanse burn off, he could just put buff immunity up. However, because burn does do damage, we're going to go ahead and do form up here. Now that we have form up, we have a couple of choices. We could either do a basic to put offense up. We could do the middle ability on herself to speed her up to the next round, or we could heal somebody. It looks like the health of everyone is good. We could also do stand your ground, the fourth ability on Echo, so he starts to assist on his basic, on anyone's basic, and he'll assist as well. So you have 4 choices here, and you have to decide which one you feel is best. Now in this one, we did a basic. She takes a bonus turn. She takes 2 stacks off, and we'll do a basic here, which will have a turret assist killing him. Now we're down to the last 2 characters. This is pretty simple. We're going to take pop shots to get rid of the protection. Remember, when Django's dead, you want Reek to be at or below 100% health, ideally around 80% health. So we're going to go ahead and hit with a basic, which is going to help remove some of that protection. And we get the turret assist, of course. And then we're going to do a basic on Django. And the reason for that is because our non-damage dealers, Shock T and Rex, are always going to target Django no matter what, always target Django. Now he's going to do a basic and it pops the expose. And now we're going to move the turret over to Rex. Now the reason why we move the turret over to Rex here is if you look at your characters, who has more trampled than Django Fett? Well, Rex does. So Rex is the only one who can actually hurt Django. So when Rex hits, we want the turret to assist, and then we'll also want Echo to assist if possible, which means we'll have to cleanse that trampled off of Echo. But for now, Rex is your fastest character, basically, for damage dealers, and he is going to be able to have the turret help him kill Django Fett. So we're going to now move the turret over to Rex, but you don't always want to do this. It depends on who has more trampled and who can hit Django Fett. Now there's a second train of thought, which is keep it on a person who's going to hit the Reek. And the reason for that train of thought is because it does a lot of damage to the Reek and you can chew him down. But keep in mind, you want to have a balancing act between killing Django and killing the Reek. So we're going to move the turret and we're going to go ahead and hit the Reek, and we're going to get 2 big hits on the Reek from our damage dealer and the turret. There we go. And now we have 2 on Echo. Now we're going to move back over to Django because every time your Shock T takes a turn, she does bonus damage. And remember, if she was targeting the Reek, even if it's a non-damage dealing move, she's still going to do bonus damage, which gives him +1 speed and +3% in turn meter stacking for the rest of the encounter. So now we can do a couple of things. We could heal if we need to, or we could put offense up, or we could speed her up for the next round. Also make sure you're clicking on the Reek to check where his trampled ability, his AoE, that mayhem ability is, so that way you don't waste your stand, your ground. Now on this particular run, I believe we just do an offense up. So in this run, we actually use stand your ground on Echo. What this does is it allows for him to assist on all basics, which will allow him to help kill Django Fett, even if he had less stacks of trampled. So it looks like that's what we're going to end up doing, is bringing him into the fight, which is not a bad idea. Plus it heals him. So now we want to go over to the Reek, focus on him, and we're going to throw the AoE bomb, which will do a good amount of damage. That actually crit. Now that we threw that bomb, we're going to move back over to Django. Remember, we're always going to hit Django with Shock T or with Rex. So we're going to just do a basic. And now we're going to get the assist from the turret. And because it's a basic, we're going to get the assist from Echo. And that was a lot of damage. Now we're going to also focus on a basic, but on the Reek to get more of that protection away, because Django's looking pretty shady and we want to get more of that protection gone. So we're going to do a basic and the turret will assist, and Echo assisted. Now we're going to move back over to Django because we don't want to give any turn meter to the Reek. And again, we have another choice. Do we want to put offense up or heal someone? For now, the healing looks pretty good. We could also speed her up by using the middle ability on herself, where it looks like she's talking to a watch. And that would speed her up to get back to stand your ground faster, or to a heal if you need it faster for next round. So we could either do the basic or we could do the middle ability on herself to speed her up. We just did the basic for the offense up, which is beneficial because now we can hit the Reek with offense up, which is going to help us do more damage to his protection. We do the basic. Now we move over to Django. We can either do the basic or the annihilate. Because we're getting assists from Echo and the turret, we should be able to kill him the first time by simply doing a basic. Echo will assist and the turret will assist, killing Jango Fett the first time. Remember, you have to kill him twice. There's his first death. Now we can move back to the Reek. We want to do more protection damage, so we're going to do the big hit, which is the second ability on the Reek. Put the turret back on Rex, because Rex, again, is going to be the one we use the turret with. Now we're going to throw a bomb. This bomb is going to hit the Reek and do a lot of damage. I think it does around 60K for him, but you can always get it up to almost 100K with offense up. Now we can move back to Jango, and you notice the Reek is under 100% health, and you see he's one away from his trampled ability as well, this Titanic Thrash. So we'll go ahead and go back over to Jango, and we will go ahead and get rid of Jango Fett, so we no longer have to worry about him, and we can solely focus on him. Now, I want you to notice what just happened. He went to a single target hit, which can do 80 to 100,000 damage, and he whiffed. That is crit avoidance arrow in action. This is extremely important that you focus on the crit avoidance arrow for her, because you want her to stay around and because she's your healer. And the other ones, you focus on other things such as the offense and health. And if she has to heal somebody, she can, but you need her to stay around so she can heal. If you lose your leader early on, you're going to lose the battle. Now we'll do a basic, which will get the turret assist and Echo assisted because he doesn't have trampled. And now he's about to hit everyone. So what we'll probably do, since he's about to hit everyone, is do a basic, or we could speed her up to get her turnaround really quickly, but we'll probably just do a basic for the offense up for all of your characters so they do more damage each hit. We really want to do more damage each hit now that we have to feed him turn meter, because remember, every time he's hit, it's 1 speed and 3% turn meter. So we really want, so we're going to speed her up in this scenario, or we're going to do a basic. Looks like we did the offense up, which was ideal. Now you can do the middle one, which is going to give turn meter to one of them and provide you with tenacity up. And then you're going to do a basic. There's the last AoE of the game. That's all you have to worry about. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep the turret on Rex. We're going to do a big hit, second ability on the Reek, and we're going to get a turret assist, and then we're going to make sure we re-put it on Rex. Remember, Rex is your fastest character now that can have a turret put on it. So the more times he takes a turn, the more times the turret assists. That's why speed is important on Arc and Rex, but not as important on Echo. Again, we'll do the big hit. We'll put it on Rex. We'll do a basic because we have to, and the turret assisted. We're going to go ahead and throw that bomb, which is going to do the most possible damage that we can do because it's a special damage move. And then we're going to do a basic and get the turret assist again. Now he whiffed again. I don't know if you saw that, but again, she'd be dead right now. But crit avoidance arrow can cause that to happen, and that is extremely important if you want to keep your healer around for the battle. We're going to do a basic with a turret assist, making Rex much more powerful when he has the turret. So he can pull his own weight, so to speak, when he's killing the Reek. And now we can do the fourth ability, Stand Your Ground, on Echo again, allowing him to assist on basics. And since he's your main damage dealer, he's going to be able to chew through this guy. I call him triple mollywops. Now here, you might be encouraged to do the big hit and put the turret on Rex. Don't do that. Because of Echo not having trampled, you want to do basics from here on out while there's no trample on Echo, because you'll get 3 hits, a triple mollywop. So we go basic, and you'll get the 3 hits from the turret, Arc, and Echo assisting. Again, that's okay. We're going to go ahead and do a basic and get the triple mollywop. And there you go. That was a very successful run. You lost no one. And I don't know if you noticed, but we never even used the third ability, which is the heal ability, which allows for you to heal her and another person. A lot of times in your run, you'll notice all your characters on the 501st are extremely healthy, but she's really critically injured. And you're just like, oh crap, I got to get around to the next round. I hope she survives. Don't forget, when you target one of the 500 and first with that third ability to heal them, it will heal her. So if she's the only one that needs healed, target the individual with the lowest health and protection, even if it's pretty solid, and she'll regenerate health and protection as well, which will help keep her around a little bit longer. Now, I wanted to go through a couple more of them and show you just how they can kind of vary, but we're going to do the same thing. We're going to kill the B2s, then we're going to kill Django, and then we're going to kill the Reek. The B2s, you really want to do stand your ground first on Shock T, so she gets those bonus turns and can attack multiple times and be called to assist. The other thing is, because Trampled prevents her bonus turn unless it's off. And then you'll, after the B2s are gone, go for Django, keeping in mind your non-damage dealers. Everything from Shock T to the right hits Django, and your damage dealers are going to either kill Django if they have stacks of Trampled, or they're going to take all that 100% protection off of the Reek, ideally. So once Django's dead, you can then go for the Reek, and he'll have less than 100%. Keep in mind, you always want to try to keep Trampled off of 5s. If he has too many Trampled, he's worthless when he sacrifices, and you want to heal. So he'll be your first priority in the first half of the battle to keep Trampled off of. After that, once he's dead and his sacrifice occurs, you're going to want to try to manage your Trampled on Echo to let him assist on basics, so you get more bang for your buck. And remember, he can hit Django as long as the turret's on Rex, and Rex is the one initiating the battle or the fight or the shot. Then Echo will assist. Don't use your stand your ground, the fourth ability, to cleanse right before he has his AoE, or you'll just cleanse somebody and then get re-trampled and it'll be worthless. Save it. The third ability is your heal, which you can use to heal a character plus herself. And the middle ability I use on herself only. That way you can constantly speed up your leader. Offense up is the basic, and that's ideal for when you want to do more damage with less hits, because remember, when you're hitting the Reek, you're going to give him 1 speed and 3% turn meter. Now let's take a look at a couple other successful runs. I got this one started right after the trample occurred. This is what we would call a basic opening. Again, we're going to do a basic. We don't need to cleanse any of that because none of that's damage dealing. We're going to put the turret on Echo since he's about to take the turn next, which will do 2 hits, 1 hit from Arc and 1 hit from the turret. We're focusing on getting those stacks down. Now we're going to throw the bomb, which will do damage to everyone and take a stack, plus get the turret assist on the B2, so focus on the B2. And now here we're going to do stand your ground, fourth ability on herself, which is going to help her cleanse herself off. We're going to then call the assist, we're going to call Shock T, and the reason why, I'm going to pause, the reason why we went up to the top B2 is he's going to hit, 5s is going to hit, and then Shock T is going to be called to assist. That's 2 stacks. The bottom B2 only has 1 stack, so you're wasting a stack reduction opportunity. So you want to go up to the top B2 and you want to take 2 stacks off of the top B2. Don't be afraid to target multiple ones to get maximum stack reduction. Now, did you see she got a bonus turn because he did his AoE? So now here she can do her basic, or she could do the middle to cleanse herself and everyone else and then take a bonus turn. So we cleanse the team and then we take that 1 stack that was left. Now we're going to go up to the top B2. And we're going to go ahead and we can do form up, or we could do the basic. He only has 4 stacks left and he has his AoE on 2 cooldowns. So we chose to do form up to prevent burn. We're going to do a basic taking 2 stacks. And then we're going to do a basic taking 2 stacks because of the call to assist with the turret. Now we're down to 2. We're going to go ahead and go over to Django because it is her turn. We can do offense up, or we could do stand your ground on Echo to let Echo do the assist. But first we're going to do 5s because 5s has 2 tramples. And did you see now all the tramples are gone? This is going to make sure 5s does a proper sacrifice right there. Now pause. Do you remember the first battle where there was some trampled and everyone had not as good a health and protection? In this one, because he had no trampled when he died, it gave the ability for everyone to have a ton of offense, health, and protection, and it was not reduced what was transferred. We're going to go ahead and do a basic on Django. Remember, first half, you focus on the trampled on Shock T first and then manage it on 5s. After 5s is dead, you're going to manage the trampled on either your leader or Echo. We're going to go ahead and do a big hit. We're going to do the turret again because it's a big hit and we can't get assists on basic. And we're going to target the Reek to try to remove protection to get him under that 100% health. We're going to go ahead and put the turret on Rex. Now, the reason why we put it on Rex again is so Rex can have help with killing the Django Fett. We threw the bomb. We're going to go over to Django. We're going to do a basic, and the turret's going to help us kill him. And now we can do a heal. Now she is needing healing, or you can do an offense up. This is one of those scenarios where everyone looks really good health and protection wise, but her, so you could choose to do the heal, and that heals the other person superficially and then herself. So you'll notice that's what we did. We want to keep her around, so we do the heal. And look, now you've got Echo 100%, and she's back up to 80% health and almost 50% protection. Again, we'll do a basic on the Reek to help take more of that protection down while we're killing Django Fett. This is a damage dealer, so you're going to hit the Reek's protection. Now we're going to do a basic, and that's going to get more of that protection off. We're looking in really good shape. We can go over to Django. Now again, on Django, you can do basic or annihilate him. If you want to be really aggressive, you would use his third ability to kill him the first time. And if you want to be very conservative, you wouldn't. We did go ahead and be super aggressive. Now we want to remove the rest of that protection before we kill Django the second time. So we're going to go ahead and go back over to the Reek, and we're going to do that big hit, putting the turret back on Rex. And we'll get 2 hits from the Arc, your damage dealer, and the turret. That protection's looking pretty good. We're going to throw the bomb, which is going to give a big hit to both. Now we're going to go back over to Django Fett, so we don't feed bonus turn meter. We're going to do tenacity up, so we don't have any more burn damage. We can do a basic now on Django or the Reek. We want to kill Django since we don't have the Rexecute, so we did it on Django. Now we can do a speed up or a basic. I think basic would be more appropriate. Do not focus on the Reek. Now what he's doing is looking at the Reek's abilities on the top right to see where the trampled is, and it's coming up on the next turn where he tramples everyone. So we don't want to do stand your ground. We're going to do either speed her up to get her around a second time faster, or a basic, and we're going to always focus on Django. So we're going to go back to Django, and we'll either speed her up or do a basic here. Again, it's your choice. Basic for the offense up is not a bad idea. We'll AoE, which is fine. Now we've got to kill Django and the Reek. We could hit the Reek if we'd like, or we could kill Django. Django now is almost dead, and he's done. Now we're down under 100% health on the Reek. We're going to do turret assist, big hit onto Rex. And now the Rex will be able to have a little more punch. We're going to throw the bomb. She's done her part. We don't need her anymore if she dies. We can do basic, turret assist, basic, turret assist. Now, ideally, we'll want to keep her around long enough to cleanse Echo, because Echo then assists on basic. So we'll do the 4th ability, stand your ground, on Echo, which will cleanse him off. And now he'll assist on all basics. So we'll do his basic. And then we're going to do a basic, not an annihilate right here. A lot of people like to use that Rexecute, the 3rd ability, because it does a lot of damage, not on the Reek. And the basic will actually cause the turret to assist and Echo to assist again. So there we go. Triple hit, triple mollywop. We're going to do basic again only. Triple mollywop. We're going to do the big bomb because it does the most damage. 25,000 because it didn't crit. Again, you want higher crit chance. Now he has trampled. Now you want to do the biggest hits you can possibly do because Echo's trampled. So we'll do big hit. Over to Rex. We're going to do either a heal, we could speed her up, or we could do offense up. It really doesn't matter. Looks like we're going to heal her and Rex. So he sticks around and she sticks around. We can do form up to get rid of those. And he did the Rexecute with the assist. And so that was the idea, was to just have him killed. We're going to go ahead and take a look at a couple more. All right. So for this one, he shoots, standard opening, everybody's trampled, AoE, AoE. Basic. Now we're going to go ahead. There's no damage, so we're going to start on the bottom left B2. We're going to do a basic. Start taking stacks off. I'm going to try not to pause it all. I'm just going to talk through it. Turret on Echo because he's about to take a turn. We're going to get a couple stacks off of this bottom B2. We're going to throw the bomb. It's going to hit everybody, take stacks off of both B2s. We get the turret assist to take another stack. We're going to do stand your ground on herself, which will cleanse her, and she'll take 1 stack off by doing this. Then you're going to do the top B2, so you get 2 stack reductions, and you're going to do the second ability, calling Shock T, taking 2 stacks off. Make sure to maximize your stack reduction. That's okay. We're fine. We're going to go ahead and go to the bottom B2 probably, and we're going to do a basic to go ahead and just get him gone and go up to the top B2. We can do, he's about to take a turn. We could either do a basic or form up. Either way, it doesn't matter. We do a basic. We're going to do the turret or the basic with turret assist. Now, fives has, that was a bad shot, and then everyone's hurt. So fives, we want to cleanse him because he's about to die. The other people are about to die. Don't worry about the other people yet. Someone dies from this, and it's going to go ahead and cause the sacrifice to occur. We'll do a basic on the Reek, start taking some of that protection down. Actually, we have pause. We have Django Fett, and you notice right now the only person that can hurt Django Fett is Echo. And so we're going to break the mold. Instead of taking protection off of Reek, we can hit Django to start working on him because he's the only person with enough trampled to actually do damage to him. So we can go ahead and take that pop shot. There you go, turret assists. There's your sacrifice. Now we definitely want to do the form up to take all that off. And we need to do the third ability, the heal on Rex. We want Rex to stick around long enough to help us out. This is a low health Rex. Now we can do the turret on the Reek and put the turret on Rex if we want, or we can leave it on Echo, but Rex is faster than Echo, so you'll get more turret assists, and it will make Rex have higher punch. So we move the turret to Rex. Now we can throw the bomb. This will actually hurt both people. That's okay. We're going to move back over to Django. We'll get the turret assist and the basic damage, killing him faster. We'll go back over to the Reek, take some more of that protection off. Remember, idea is to get all protection off and some health. We'll move, we can do either, hit either one. So it looks like we're going to pop this expose. That's okay. And we can do a basic for the first kill. So now he's dead once. Now we can go over to the Reek, do a big hit to take more protection off. We'll give it back over to Rex because Rex is your fastest character. Turret assist. Now we want to, he's about to do trampled in one turn, so we don't want to take any of those trampleds off. What we want to do is focus on Django and either do a basic or speed her up. We're going to go ahead and speed her up to get her turnaround faster. She gets speed up on this, so she'll get to take a turn faster. That's okay. That's a good bomb. We're going to go ahead and throw the bomb. The AoE bomb will hurt both targets. That'll get rid of that protection. And he's under health, so now it's time to kill Django. We're going to go ahead and kill him. Now it's everybody versus the Reek. We'll do a basic. Now our goal is to cleanse Echo so he can assist on his basics. And we got speed up on her, so she should be able to have a turn pretty quickly to be able to do this, to take it off. We'll do a basic with Echo. And now we'll do fourth ability, stand your ground on Echo, and it cleanses him. We can do form up. We'll give bonus turn meter to Echo. And that was unfortunate. That does happen. I'm actually glad we saw that because now we're not going to get the triple mollywops because Echo can't assist because he got trampled. So we're going to go back to the second train of thought, which is biggest hits possible. So we're going to go ahead and do the turret on Rex, and it'll do the turret assist on this big hit. We're going to throw the bomb, which is always the bigger damage. That's okay. We'll do a basic. We'll get the turret assist, gives him a bigger punch. Actually, we moved it back to Echo because Echo had the next turn, the soonest turn available, plus he had trampled on him. We can go ahead and cleanse somebody if we'd like. The person we'd like to cleanse would be Ark, more than likely. Oh, we did Rex. That's interesting. We can do either. You can't make a mistake, really. We're going to do the big hit, put the turret back on someone. It looks like we put it back on Rex because Rex was about to take a turn. Throw the bomb, and you can do Rexecute because there's no one going to be able to assist. And one more hit, and this is over. Again, you can skin the cat more than one way, metaphorically speaking. You don't have to do everything exactly the way that I call it. Start making decisions for yourself. All right, this last one. Again, it's the last one I'm going to show you guys to show you what it's like so you guys can see how the run goes. We're going to see a different run. This is where Django immediately burned everybody, did not single target the Reek. He just burned everyone. This is going to change our thought process on actually cleansing because the burn does hurt and we don't want it to hurt us. Even if the B2s take their turns and strip all of our buffs off, we still want to make sure we don't take the damage that we're going to take here. So here's the trampled that we needed him to do. There's the AoEs, and we're going to go to the bottom B2. We're going to do form up. And the reason for form up on the bottom B2 is so that way we can get rid of the burn, which we look really bad in this run. You'll think, oh, I'm going to lose. But no, this is a very easy and successful run. We're going to do the turret on Echo since he's about to take the turn next. This is going to take 2 stacks off. We're going to go ahead and throw the bomb. We're going to hurt everyone except for Django. And now we're going to go ahead and take trampled off of herself. So the 4th ability, stand your ground on herself, and she takes that bonus turn. We're going to do the 2nd ability and call her to assist. And the reason for this is it's going to do 2 hits. Now we can move up to the top B2. We're fine. Don't worry about it. That's fine. Go up to the top B2. You notice she got a bonus turn because of that AoE, which is just fine. He's 5 away from his trampled, so we're going to move over to the top B2. And we can do the middle on herself to speed her up, and it cleanses the entire team. Remember, this is a cleanse, the middle ability. And we actually chose to heal Echo and then take the bonus turn. And the reason for that was we have a couple people that are weak. We know Rex is probably going to die and cause 5s to sacrifice. So we were trying to basically rebuild Echo's health pool for when the sacrifice occurs. We'll go ahead and do the basic. We'll do the basic and take 2 more stacks. There's 2 on him. So now we want to really make sure we take the stand your ground and the trampled off of 5s. So we're going to go over to Django and we're going to do a basic on Django. And as soon as Shakti has a chance, Shakti is going to cleanse 5s with the stand your ground. There's the sacrifice. We were not given the opportunity to use the stand your ground. It happened literally 1 second before she took her turn. You notice a lot more did not transfer to the team because of the amount of stacks that he had on him. So now that the 2 B2s are gone, we can go ahead and cleanse everybody if we'd like, or we can do a basic. But the basic is moot point because you can't get offense up on anyone with buff immunity. So it's best to either take the stand your ground and take the stacks off, or do a middle and cleanse. In my situation, I would probably, he's 4 away from his AoE, so you could actually do stand your ground. But the only person that can currently kill is Echo. So you actually want those stacks on Echo so he can kill Django if needed. So you don't want to do that right now. So really the best ability is middle ability, speed her up, put it on herself, and she'll also hit, although it won't do anything except for put offense up if she hits. Now, she's cleansed. He takes a basic. Now we can start taking some of that protection off of the Reek. So we're going to do a big hit on the Reek, and we're going to put the turret. Now, because 5s has trampled, we'll probably leave the turret on 5s, and it also allows for 5s to take the next turn. And he got hit again. Now we're going to go back over to Django. Or we could throw the bomb. It hurts both of them, actually. So let's focus on that. You get the turret assist, which is really good. And now he's going to have 3 away. We want to keep working both of them down simultaneously. She would feed bonus turn meter to the Reek, so we're going to do a hit on Django Fett. Even if the hit does nothing, we want to focus on hitting Django Fett with her so we don't feed turn meter to the Reek. There we go. We got some offense up. We can do a basic on Django so we don't feed turn meter to the Reek. This looks like it's bad, but it's really not. We'll go ahead and do a basic with turret assist to get more of Reek's protection down. We got to get him under health, remember. Now we can either hit the Reek and get the turret or hit Django. We chose to hit Django. And again, the reason why we chose Django is the only person right now on our team that can hurt Django is Echo. So we're kind of forced to use Echo. Instead of taking protection down on the Reek, we have to hit Django and start to kill him. Until somebody else gets extra trampled, he's our man to kill Django. So don't cleanse those tramples off. Now we can do form up, which will cause us to remove that expose. And this we could do offense up, or we could heal. We're going to go ahead and use the 3rd ability, the heal ability, on Echo so he stays around longer. And then we can go back and do a big hit, and we can go ahead and take more of that bonus protection off, or that protection off. Now we can go ahead and throw the bomb. It will actually hit both parties, and you'll get the turret assist. We're going to choose the turret assist to hit the Reek, and it did the first kill on Django, and now we're under health. The tenacity up was up, so the burn did nothing. Now he's going to do an AoE next, so we're going to go ahead and just do either speed up or offense up. See, the trampled is on the top right. Titanic Thrash is about to go. So now we can either speed her up or we can do a basic for offense up. Looks like he's reading, which is not a bad idea. We went ahead and did a basic. Now we can go ahead and kill him, execute him, because we have him under health. You see the Reek is under health. We're going to now go all in on him. We do basic with assist, basic. And the next thing you want to do is do stand your ground, fourth ability from Shock T on Echo, because you want those assists from Echo to kill him fast. For now, we're going to do big hit. This time we're going to move the turret over to Rex, or we should, because he's your faster character. It also gives him more punch. We're going to do the big bomb, AoE bomb. It does most damage, 83,000. We'll do fourth ability, stand your ground, onto the one to the left, which is Echo. We'll do a basic, and we'll get the assist and the turret. So triple mollywop. Basic, you get the triple mollywop, blow. He goes down real fast with the triple hit. Basic, that's okay. Form up to take the expose away, tenacity up, throw the big bomb. How much damage does this do? 83,000. You can see it had more offense on that particular attack, and you can see that the offense up really benefits. This is another successful run. Now I have done hundreds, if I'm being conservative, and I mean like 600 to 800 minimum runs successfully using the same theory, same philosophy. But keep in mind, if your mods are subpar, you're going to go down faster. Remember, Echo can be slow. He doesn't have to be fast as long as you have his offense where it needs to be. If you don't have his offense where it needs to be, you might need to speed him up a little so he takes more turns. I hope this video helped you guys see, understand, and analyze the decision-making that has to be made. Remember, there's no proper way to do it other than, the way that's shown. You can do it any way you want. I mean, sometimes it's about speeding her up, Shock T. Sometimes it's about putting offense up. You kind of have to just ask yourself the question, would I benefit more from this ability or that ability? And it's pretty simple. Keep in mind, it's just B2s, then Django, and then the Reek. You want the Reek to be under health, meaning under 100% health before you start just going to town with him. The first half of the battle, you're going to get Shock T cleansed off, and the second part, you're going to get Fives cleansed off. And then after Fives dies, you'll focus on Echo. Don't waste that fourth ability on Echo if he's about to trample everyone. As always, I hope this video helped, and keep your gaming on. Warrior out.